What's up everybody, my name is KAAYALL, and today I'm going to review 4 different films. I've decided instead of doing separate videos to combine all these reviews and do it in one video. Not only is it easier, but I don't have that much to say about each film that I'm reviewing today, so I thought I'd do it all together. The first film I'm going to review is A Quiet Place Part 2. Directed by John Krasinski, this follows on from the first film where the Abbott family face the outside world as they continue to fight for survival, but in silence. As they venture into the unknown, it's not only the creatures that lurk beyond, but other threats as well. Overall, I have to say that in this current moment in time, this is easily my favourite film of the year. The cast, the acting and the story are still fantastic as ever. Usually sequels can either be a hit or a miss, but this is certainly the former. It flows into the narrative quite well, and it doesn't try to be too over the top and try to outdo what we saw in the first film. I really like the flashback sequences, explaining the origins of these creatures which transpired to be aliens who crash land on the planet through meteorites. I did find it weird when everyone saw the meteors in the sky and were like, nope. As how would you know what it was? This film was mostly centered around Reagan, played by Millicent Simmons, and her journey with Cillian Murphy's character Emmett as they tried to find salvation on an island. I liked the relationship formed between these two as Emmett became the surrogate father figure. You can tell that it's possible that a third film is coming, possibly seeing the devastation caused by the aliens worldwide, but until then we have to wait and see. I'd give A Quiet Place Part 2 a rating of 9 out of 10, with the first instalment getting a 9.5 out of 10. The next film I'm going to review is The Forever Purge. Directed by Everardo Gout, this takes place a few years after election year, where the rules of the Purge are broken as a group of lawless marauders decide that the Purge does not stop at the annual daybreak and should instead never end. Overall, I thought this Purge film was pretty good. It wasn't afraid to delve into the nitty-gritty of certain themes, in particular, race. The film exploits the extent of where America could be heading, and rather terrifyingly, how close they are to it. The characters in this film were interesting, and certainly their backstories had some depth to it. The Purge drama still resonates in this film. The concept that the Purge would never end sounds like something that would inevitably happen, but I'm actually satisfied to see it on screen. This film was supposedly the last in the franchise, but the creator, James DeMonaco, did have a concept for another film. In all fairness, I could see there being another film, whether it be people fighting back against the Purgers, or what probably sounds more likely, a worldwide Purge film. You know what? Either way, I still would like to see this film happen. Overall, I'd give Forever Purge an 8 out of 10. It's my third favourite out of the franchise, with Purge Anarchy being my favourite, followed by The Purge. The next film we're going to review is F9, or Fast and Furious 9. Oh boy, they really went into space. Like, space! Oh my god. Directed by Justin Lin, we follow Dom and the crew who are trying to stop an international terrorist, who turns out to be Dom and Mia's estranged brother Jacob, played by John Cena! I can't lie, I do like the Fast and Furious films. They are completely goofy and silly and defy the laws of physics, but I grew up with these films, so it's a part of my childhood. With that being said, I know my limits and even I have to admit how ridiculous and stupid this film was. I'd say it's probably my least favourite of the Fast films, with Fast 5 being my favourite. Don't get me wrong, some of the stunts were cool, but were just laughable at this point. Like, how the hell did Roman not get flattened by that armoured truck? How did Dom and Letty survive that crash in the opening sequence? I'm not even going to mention the space sequence. They brought some nostalgia back with some street racing. That lasted a good 5 minutes. Han is back. That was probably the highlight of the film, as I really like Han. The end credits scene where he confronts Deckard Shaw seemed compelling, and also how they explained how he survived that crash, I guess was quite plausible. I really don't know what else to say about this film. They went into space. Like, where do they go from here? Fighting aliens on the moon of Jupiter? I better not joke about that because it might end up happening. The franchise probably should have ended with Fast 7, But no, they've got 2 more films left to do, which is split into 2 parts. I will watch it, but please, guys, go back to the street racing. It's what people want to see. It's what I liked about the earlier films, with the exception of Fast 5, which was a good heist film. Overall, I'm going to give F9 a 5.75 out of 10. Oh boy, please don't be fighting no T-Rexes in the next one. And the final film I'm going to review is The Suicide Squad. Directed by James Gunn, this soft reboot still kind of acknowledges the original film. We see a task force team of supervillains who are assigned to go to an enemy-infused island to destroy documentations of a classified project. In this point in time, this is probably the worst film I've seen this year. I really wanted to like this film, but I never clicked with it. I like James Gunn, I like Guardians of the Galaxy, and I like DC, but I don't like this film. It's definitely better than the first film. The characters in this film were good. Particular shoutouts go to Harley Quinn, played by Margot Robbie, Bloodsport, played by Idris Elba, and Ratcatcher 2, played by Daniela Melchior. These characters had some great moments in the film and backstories. The visual effects and CGI were awesome, top condition, loved the gory vibe to this film and the dark and weird unsettling tone. But yeah, it wasn't for me personally. I think it's a divisive film. You either love it or hate it. I think the storyline was better than the first film, albeit with a stupid kind of final creature to fight. I think the cast was slightly better in the first film, just hoping we can get a director's cut for that film to see the actual vision. Overall, I'd give this film a rating of 5.5 out of 10. I liked some of the cast, the story was slightly better, and the special effects were brilliant. But personally, I didn't gel with this film, and by the final fight, I just sort of found this film to be a bit stupid. So comment down below if you've seen any of these films. What were your favourite sequences, who were your favourite characters, and what rating would you give these films? Like and subscribe and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!